Now, the maritime workers have been identified among those heavily impacted by climate change due to exposure to both environmental and occupational hazards. Extreme heat, storms, and high water levels, among other factors, are said to be putting their works at risk, calling for enhanced safety measures to mitigate the impact. Managing Director of Volta Lake Transport Company Limited, Rose Appiah-Ottery, was speaking at this year's Safety Week at the Akosombo Port in the Eastern Region. Tema correspondent Kwame Yanka has more in the story.
Millions of people suffer the consequence of climate change, including deaths. World Health Organization estimates that over 200,000 additional deaths will be recorded between 2030 and 2050. The impact of climate change cannot be underestimated, as extreme heat, storms, high water levels, heavy rains, but to mention a few, pose risk to the crew and staff of Volta Lake Transport Company Limited. According to Managing Director of the company, Rose Appiah-Ottery, aside danger to their lives on the lake, climate change disrupts their work.
Our crew, who face these situations every day, need heightened awareness and specific training. It is not just about the physical dangers, prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures, humidity, but rather even mental stress from such conditions can severely impact the health and performance of our team members. I must say that addressing these issues are not optional. It is an obligation. As a company, we are committed to safety of our workforce, and it must be the bedrock of our operations. This is the very reason why we are enhancing the company safety protocols and constantly reviewing our emergency response plan to meet the current and emerging challenges.
Due to the consequences of climate change, Rose Ottery shares the need for constant training on safety.
We will continue our monthly health and safety lectures, specialized safety training, and provide the necessary resources to support all our staff, especially the crew who are vulnerable to these challenges. We are aware of our role in integrating more sustainable practices into our operations, educating our employees and community on sustainable practices. Colleagues, let me emphasize that safety is not the responsibility of one department or an individual. It is a collective effort.
Meanwhile, lecturer at the University of Ghana, Reginald Arthur, shed light on other negative impacts of climate change, especially on workers of Volta Lake Transport Company.
Not to forget about chemical hazards because of the nature of your operations. Rising temperatures affect stability in fuel storage. Because the nature of your operations, you deal with the storage of fuel, the transport of it, high temperatures easily affect these chemicals. And we do not need to wait to a time where there could be an explosion. That would be very, very devastating, or even leaks. And this requires us to take some measures. Now, in the conversation of climate change, two main things come up. What we call climate mitigation and climate adaptation.
Head of Service for National Ambulance Service in the Osiedaman District, Stephen Kwanzaa, led his team to demonstrate how to handle fracture in any situation. The theme for this year's celebration is the impact of climate change on the occupational health and safety at the workplace. Kwame Yanke's reports for Joy Business.